continue on their physical brand of football and closing Berwick down. They've been closing them down when Berwick try to move it by hand and foot, and it's causing a lot of turnovers to be made.
Well, the third quarter's underway. The ball's gone in the favour of the Magpies. It's now deep inside defensive 50. McClarty gets the hand pass to West, who goes short looking for Smith, but cutting it off there with Damien Collins. He gets the hand pass to his brother Michael. Long inside forward 50. Biscaya's there. Oh, Risley does well at full stretch. Couldn't complete the mark. Biscaya's doing his own roving. Rides through tackles, gets the hand pass to Rag, but he's been penalised for holding the football there. Biscaya is... The Wickers try and clear it now through Shepherd. He's up and under kick though. Brennan took his eyes off it. McNamara read it. McNamara has just kicked the ball as hard as he could and has fallen in the lap there of Ben Ragg. Disappointing turnover by the Berwick defence. Ragg can line up now from only 2 metres out and can reduce the margin to only 4 points.
Yeah, it's surprised they played on so quickly from that free kick, Berwick. They just handballed it off, and then McClarty kicked it as high as he could and didn't benefit the Berwick guys at all.
This might test Ben Ragg. I know it's only 3 metres, but it's on a very acute angle. There's about 6 or 7 players manning the mark here, not giving Ragg any space. He's going to go with the banana or drop punt. To reduce it to only 4 points, he's gone with the banana and missed.
Well, it was a bit of an
He
anticlimax.
never looked confident at all from there. That's another big miss for the Magpies. He should have done better there, Ragg, really. 9 points the margin. As Smith looks to bring it in once again. He goes bang to the broadcast side of the ground. West is the option. Good work there by Tonner to punch the ball away, but West has been awarded the mark, who goes short. Harold wasn't in the best position to mark. Collins was, who plays on and kicks it into Andrews. So a comedy of errors there. The ball's finished with Harold. He goes long from centre wing to a 3-on-1 contest. Dropping the mark there was Hunter. The ball spills to Johnson. He breaks the tackle of Gawley. Gets the hand pass to Manley. Off one step, inside forward 50. Bouncing football there for Kearns. The ball gets punched away. It falls down to Gunn. Gunn off one step. Gunn's gone. Bang! The first goal of the second half's gone the way of Berwick. Tim Gunn has kicked his second goal. He's shooting straight as they go now to 9-10-64 Berwick.
Good work.
Gunn has kicked his second, and now the margin is out to 15 points. We have gone 2 minutes of play in this third quarter. Cheerio to the boys, Shane Bolo and a few of them enjoying the day here. They're having some frothies and I'm not, so I'm jealous. 15 points the margin at only 2 minutes into this third quarter. I don't know what you wanted me to read out there, Bryce. So it's just too many messages. So quickly under play here. Gawley taps it down, but Andrews was there. He couldn't break the tackle of McNamara. He's tackled Collins and brought him to the ground. He didn't even have the football. It should be a free kick here, the way of Collins. That was well picked up there by the umpire. In a bit of traffic there. So Collins sees an option inside forward 50. It's Damien. Damien Collins has taken the mark. Hand passes to McNamara from 50. McNamara goes long all the way. They compete. The mark's been taken by Biscaya. That ball looked like it was floating through, but no, Biscaya's taken the mark on his chest. Biscaya now will line up with, 1% angle? I don't know how he's going to try and do this. He'll be kicking it from the car park. If the umpire sends him more further over, he'll be outside the field of play. We saw Ragg miss one from a similar position earlier.
Now, we saw Biscaya do this last week. He's walking around, pointing to the mark. Is this it? Is that it?
Biscaya could nearly just walk all the way up and hold Risley with one hand and kick it from there. Anyway, the Baz dog.
He's just moved out a little bit.
He loves the attention on him, Karim. And he should kick this one. He's taken one step
happy.
And he has kicked it.
Happy.
That's the way you do it, Ben Ragg. You kick the ball straight through like that with the banana. Biscaya has 4. The margin's back to only 9 points. We have gone 4 minutes of play in this third term. Have you finished eating your dim sims, Trent?
Yeah, certainly have. Very nice.
It sounds like you got some fried stuff in your throat.
Run out of South Melbourne's, which was disappointing as we hear the motorbikes triple past us here.
Yeah, Jax has just arrived.
Very exciting football here in this third term.
It is, yeah. It's goal for goal at the moment. They're still trying to get that ball back from the crowd.
Someone's stolen it?
Yeah.
Very quickly, just someone sending in a message to us asking if our boundary rider is old enough to have a beer. It might make him perform a little bit better, they are saying. What do you think about that, Bailey?
It stings, it really does.
How many beers does it take you to get pissed, Bailey?
About a quarter of one.
Yeah. Just the smell of a rag? You're a cheap date.
Wow. It's just cheap.
You can add that
$10.
dollar.
That's
Yep. I'll give you that one. That's all that needed to be said for that.
To the Tim Lenders Leukemia Foundation, cutting his hair off next week if we get it to $2,000. Trent's just put up 10.
And still got a half a footy to go.
There's a lull over the
Yeah,
crowd.
there's a lull.
5-minute mark
the
of the
ball's
third
finally
quarter.
come back.
Yeah, back
The
in the
game is
middle.
alive.
Trent,
Yes.
you ready?
Oh, yes. Sorry, I thought you were calling this quarter, Kane.
Well, I'll give you a little bit of a run.
So back in the middle now, Morozov against Gawley. Gawley gets the tap down now. Boots fly at the football. Harold's on the bottom of it. The Magpies are trying to clear it out of the middle. The ball ends up in Andrew's hands. Gets a handball over the top to Brennan. He runs towards the
terrible.
50, but his handball's been intercepted, and the Magpies launch from half back. Kicks it up towards half forward.
Free kick.
Collins gets punched from behind. No free kick
umpire.
paid. Johnson's got the ball and handballs it out towards Shepherd. He runs along the wing and spots up Gunn.
Oh,
Couldn't
bad
quite get the
kick.
kick to him. The ball's bouncing towards the boundary line away from King, and we're going to see it thrown in 75 around from Berwick's goal.
Why wasn't that a free kick paid to Richardson?
I don't know.
Sure.
Ask the
I heard
umpires
of
at
chopping the
stadium
arms,
there.
but chopping the back of the neck should
Chopping
be
the
a
neck?
free kick.
It was a shocking kick into
Oh,
gun.
it was a
mate.
kung fu style, wasn't it? Gawley taps the ball down to Quirk. Nice, just patient play there by Boyle, who goes short. Calls Collins into market, runs away from Andrews. So Collins goes long. Biscaya, the ball's going to float over the top. Nice punch away there by Risley. Loose football, Smith has to go. Gets the hand pass to West. He had a look, so he kicked it to a 2-on-1 contest. Bouncing football there for Risley. Reads the play nicely. He turns around and goes, oh, that's a beautiful pass to Andrews, who backs back at full stretch to take the mark on centre wing in front of McNamara. Is that 50? Getting into his face there. No, the umpire just takes control. So Andrews has the ball. On centre wing, the Berwick captain goes with a spearing pass straight to Gawley. Well, that wasn't his best kick, and Gawley just runs away. The galloping giraffe goes long out there towards Rag, who had the mark nearly but dropped at the last point. West cleans up, gets the hand pass back to Andrews. He goes with a no-looker. The ball's going to be turned over there. No, Smith does well. Taps it there to Van Schilt, who shoots it up towards West. At full stretch, has to go back towards Gumaz. Gumaz gets the hand pass to Van Schilt. He doesn't really got an option, so he just goes long, hoping to find Gunn. Nice punch away there by Boyle. Waiting for the football, though, was Gawley. He runs away. Could have taken a bounce. Decided the hand pass it to King. King to Tonner. Back there towards... Oh, no, there's been a free kick behind the play there against Van Schilt for a push, and Tonner takes the free kick. So he sees Collins by himself, who plays on, gets around Morozov too easily. Collins goes into the pocket. Biscaya!
Yeah, he's paid the push.
No, he's been penalised for a push. And the free kick will go the way of Risley.
It was there.
It was there. I was too busy saying Biscaya. Risley goes into the pocket where Morozov will take the mark. Still inside defensive 50 now. Morozov just lopes away. Goes for a spearing pass where he finds Gunn on the long lead there in front of Boyle. So Gunn, propping, not too sure what to do. Goes back to Morozov, who goes with a short pass. Cooks it just a little bit there for Van Schilt. Bouncing football for Manly. Hunter does well. Can he keep the ball in? No, you'll take that ball over the boundary line. Just defensive side of centre wing. Around from Berwick's attacking end. There, the score check here. Berwick 9-10-64. Leading Narre Warren by 9 points. 8-7-55. We've gone 8.5 minutes here of the third term. Jihad.
Have you just noticed that now Berwick are being forced out wide all the time?
They are. The game is definitely being played in the pockets as Morozov gets a rest. The ball got thrown in and went straight into a contest there where Lee couldn't get the ball out. So we're going to see the ball thrown up. On the half-forward line, Phillips has come back on for Berwick. Up they go. No clear winner. The clearance this time going the way of the Magpies. They retreat through Boyle. Dropping the ball there was the caveman Flannery. Did good enough to get the ball back out towards Sorozinski, but his kick only goes as far as Andrews. Inside forward 50 come Berwick. 9 could claim the mark. There was plenty of holding on. And taking the free kick there will be a Narre Warren player in Ben King. The professional back pocket just goes short towards Tonner, who's getting plenty of hands on the football now after a quiet first quarter. Tonner goes towards Quirk. Quirk can go short and finds Damien Collins there on centre wing. Collins will now pop it up, looking for the caveman. Has to be brave. Closing him there was Van Schilt. Does well. Van Schilt gets a hand pass to Shepherd. Plays on from the half-back flank. Sees Gunn all by himself. Won't quite get there as Phillips takes the mark. So he just plays Gawley there, Phillips, and kicks it into space. Johnson has to go. Using his body early there was Morrison. Coming up to meet the football, though, is King. Collects it nicely, can take it bounce. Gets a hand pass to Boyle. The 1-2 working out nicely for the Magpies defences. King clears it. Oh, that's a disappointing pass, though. He tried to find Rag. It only goes as far as West. West takes the mark on the half-back flank there for Berwick.
So West looks across the other side of the ground
that's a
towards
terrible field
Shepherd.
kicking.
He couldn't quite make the mark, and the Magpies are going to reload across half back. Kicking broadcast side towards Boyle, dropped the mark, might have copped the chop of the arms. King runs away with it, gets his handball out towards his teammates, and they're building across the centre wing. Chain of handballs now ends up with Gawley, right in front of the broadcast position, kicks inboard towards Biscay. He's got to come up to it. Risley dropped the mark at the crucial point. Rag gets his handball away. They're under pressure now, the Wickers. Ash Smith gets the handball out to Andrews, and they're going to clear defensive 50 across the outside. Hits up Brennan, just overcooks him a little bit. Nelson comes up to meet it. Flannery gets the ball, kicks it back in towards his teammate in Biscaya. They're trying to build across the opposite wing now. They kick back in towards centre forward 50 where Quirk takes an overhead mark, uncontested. Right on the painted 50. Biscaya leads towards the pocket, and that's the option. Biscaya, Risley might have chopped the arms again there. Diving in was West. And West is going to receive a free kick for too high. Andrew's not happy about that one either.
It's a question for either Bailey or Jared. I was got a sense this game will be different if Narre can get themselves in front. Until that stage, Berwick will hold the ascendancy in the game. But if Narre can get the next 2 goals here and take the lead, well, anything could happen in this final half, second half of the game.
Too, Narre's field kicking, they're finding targets. Berwick aren't. They just look like they're getting it and kicking to a contest all the time.
Well, they're currently trailed by 9 point, the Magpies.
Courageous.
West goes wide, and the mark was intercepted there by Collins on the outer side.
He had no other intention of crashing into his back there, Gun.
Kicks it back in board now. The Magpies looking for options inside forward 50. He kicks it forward, and coming up to meet it was Richardson. Couldn't take the mark. Berwick have got to clear it out now through Phillips. Goes one way, then another. Gets tackled, but the kick away. Johnson, a long way from home. Has to sit and wait for it. He's got to get his kick away, and he does. Looks up towards Kearns on half forward. The Magpies' pressure is unbelievable so far. Shepherd couldn't control the ball. Biscay's got to come out and meet it. Tries to dig a kick off the ground. Couldn't quite get a kick away though. Kearns has got to sit and wait for it. Crashes through the pack of the Magpies. They're going forward now, kicking towards the broadcast side of the ground. That's going to be out of bounds on the full. And we're
They didn't look confident there, the Narre Warren players, when they had that ball given to them. No one wanted it.
But the Berwick guys weren't looking confident chasing him either. So
9 points the margin in favour of Berwick. 12-minute mark here of the third quarter. We have seen 2 goals scored, 1 apiece so far to this stage. As Phillips goes right across looking for Risley, who dropped the mark at the last step. The ball spills the rag. Where's Biscaya? Patworth will be the option in the goal square. If Biscaya's smart, Patworth is still leading. He's going to go that way. No, he's going to go to Richardson. He'll take the mark on his chest. Patworth, he ran for 100 metres there and wasn't rewarded, but fair enough.
Unrewarded running, but still did the team thing.
Yeah, he did.
Kept moving, didn't just stop in the goal square when he got there and think, my job's done. He just got out of there as fast as he could.
It's not often that a team's 9 points in front in the third quarter, but they're on the back foot.
Yeah,
and Berwick are on the back foot.
They've been on the back foot for the best part of the whole quarter, really.
If Richardson can make up for his miss on the shadows of half-time, this will bring home park reserve alight. Richardson's kicked 2. Can he make it 3? They trail by 9 points. To reduce the margin to 3 points, Jake Richardson couldn't finish off.
Just at the last minute, seemed to veer left.
Through for 1 behind. Narre go to 8-8-56, still trailing Berwick 9-10-64. Ash Smith has the football in his hands.
Yep, and
he's looking to go long. Bang goes Smith. It goes 75 metres. Johnson's going to be... Phillips is going to be the option. No one could claim the mark. Coming up there was Flannery. He breaks the tackle. Narre are going harder than Berwick at the moment. The short pass by Parker finds Kane Biscaya. He sees players on the outside. One of them's Colin McNamara. He can play on. McNamara goes inside forward 50. Oh, Biscaya flies. Third man up. Bang. He spoiled Patworth. He couldn't take the mark. And then Andrews has applied a strong tackle there on Biscaya. And he's just really made Matty Andrews earn that free kick.
You want to tackle me?
Like a C-class tram there. Biscaya just made sure he laid on top of Matty Andrews, with his team trailing by 8 points.
Andrews is going to feel that one tomorrow. Gets his handball off to Smith, takes a bounce and running across half back. Sees a teammate all alone. Oh, it's got to make a contested mark. Flying at the back is Johnson. Couldn't take it. But taking the mark for the Magpies was Morrison, but it wasn't paid. Johnson ends up with the ball and gets ridden into the ground. And if the team at Casey Radio is not alive, the crowd certainly is. Everyone's getting involved in this game now. There's no next week for the loser. And the Magpies currently trail by 8 points. thrown up now. Morrison in the ruck, gets a tap down. Shepherd couldn't take the mark, drops it
Heard
but collects. Runs inside forward 50, gets his kick away. It's a long thumping kick. Brennan had to be brave, couldn't take the mark. Coming out the back there was King.
Trip.
Sorry, it wasn't King. It was his teammate there in Boyle. The ball stays in. Morozov couldn't take the mark. Brennan's got it now across half forward. Kicks it towards the boundary line. And he's just kept it inside the field of play. The Eagles are loading up.
One-on-one
McNamara's got
contests
it.
are going the way of the Magpies.
McNamara kicks it up forward towards Quirk, but West is going to intercept it. Couldn't take the
dropped
mark. Quirk's fighting hard, had to beat two of them and did well.
Well done, Quirk.
He's going in for his third attempt now, and he gets the quick handball out of the way, but the Wickers have got it now.
They're retreating, Berwick.
Smith gets the handball out, goes inboard towards Phillips. Had to be brave there,
on the
did
pitch.
Phillips. Oh, both players are going to feel that one.
Sorosinski slipped over on the pitch then.
The Whippet gets his kick away. Sorry, Whippet had to be brave, and the big Wickers are launching forward now towards the goal square. Kearns wraps around one. It gets held up by a second. The crowd are asking for holding the football, but we're going to see it thrown up 20 metres out.
High.
They've just got no space or time at the moment, Berwick. Now you're just all over them.
Rags now got inside defensive 50 for Narre.
The shutdown game is playing well for the Magpies. Coming out of the ball there was Invertine. Did its own roving. The Magpies clear towards broadcast side. Kicking it out at defensive 50 was Morrison, and that's been sucked away in the wind. And we're going to see it out of bounds on the
I hear
full.
a bit of Bronx cheering there for Morrison as he had the football from the crowd.
That sounded like it, didn't it? I think Phillips has come off with a sore shoulder. And
There's a punch-on happening there on the centre wing. There is a gentleman who's been restrained. I think he's thrown a couple. Security was very quick to react there.
I think he just wanted to touch the footy.
No, I don't think he's in the best shape, that bloke. Just keep your eye on him on centre wing, Bryce.
So play continues.
Kick him
Berwick
out.
launch forward. Bryce has his way. Everyone will be out of here. The Wickers launch forward
bad
now.
handball.
And they're going back inside
Through it.
450, but the Magpies are going to reload. Biscaya gets ducked and dropped the footy, but got his kick away in time. Lee across half back sees the player in the middle of the
Kearns, what are you doing?
ground. Couldn't quite get the kick to him. Andrews comes out with the ball, handballs it over to Smith. Don't these two work well across half back? Smith goes towards the outer
Make
side
him
towards
work.
Morozov. He's got to sit and wait for the bounce. Shrugs off a tackle. Runs away from McNamara and kicks inside forward 50. Johnson's the target.
Leave
Connolly couldn't quite claim the mark. Running through the Magpies. They've got all the momentum so far in this game. They're coming out towards the wing now, and they're trying to clear it across half back. Boyle gets his kick away. Sorry, it was King gets his kick away. Lee couldn't quite claim the mark. Pack of players around this football across half back for the Magpies. Contested ball now, kicked out towards the
Not
boundary
that
line.
again. Are we going to do it?
Parker's
Are we
going
going
to
to
go and get it, and we're going to see it thrown in,
Lee-
much to the crowd's disappointment.
I don't know what you... I was looking at Lee Boyle just making Jaden Gumez eat some turf there. He was rubbing his shoulders and elbows, everything into his face. The ball gets thrown in. Tapped down by Manly to Van Schilt. Berwick got the football. They just can't provide the knockout punch at the moment. Sorosinski goes in, plays for a free kick. I've seen better acting on Neighbours. The ball spills there out to Tonner. His dinky little kick forward, though, is going to be turned over through Nelson. He sees an option in the pocket, which is Kearns. Closing on him, though, was King. Managed to cause this spoil. The second effort, though, by Kearns to get the ball to Johnson of the opposite foot. Mitch Johnson's kicked the goal.
It was a hard work goal, that one, wasn't it?
Great work, though, by Ben Kearns. The second effort to get the hand pass of Mitch Johnson in space. Talk about your opportunities. Berwick have had 2 scoring shots in this quarter for 2 goals. Narre have kicked 1-2, and they trail by 14 points. Mitch Johnson kicks his first goal of the afternoon at the 18-minute mark of the third term. And the margin is back out now to 14 points.
That's what you have to say. Now you've probably had most of the play this quarter, most of the play the second half of the second quarter, but just can't get it on the scoreboard and convert. So, and it's still leaving the game ajar in Berwick's grasp and hold.
Yeah, for 15 points the margin. What can Narre do to respond? They've got about 8 or so minutes of this quarter, then the last one to go. Gawley flies up, taps it down. His second effort was good, but tackled by Gumez. Had the hand pass. Giobi does well. To Invertine. Inside forward 50. They need a mark. Biscaya's there. 2 grabs. Couldn't claim it. Cleaning up, though, was Risley. Shoots a hand pass out to Harold. He sweeps it out to Shepherd. Watch out. Gets tackled strongly there by Collins. Then he's dived on top of the football. There's some yelling in the FX mic for holding the footy, but it won't be paid. Shepherd's just feeling his kidneys and his liver. He's really just copped one there from Collins, the old-style liver punch.
He had a look at him too when he did it instead of trying to get rid of the footy.
Gawley against Manly. Manly just grabs it himself and hand passes it into space. The Whippet against Hillard. Hillard against the Whippet. The Whippet tries to dive on top of the football, then tripped over. He tripped Hillard. The trip was there, and the free kick's gone the way of the wicket. So on centre wing, Hillard goes by hand to Shepherd. Kicks it inside forward 50. Smith was trying to use his body there. It was Gunn actually, then got trotted on. But Harold goes onto the crumbs. Harold has a shot on goal, which goes across the face and through for one behind.
That's a big miss in the context of this game at the moment, isn't it?
10-11-71. So it's gone out to a 15-point lead now. We're at the 20-minute mark of the third term preliminary final 2015, live on KC Radio as Morrison goes very long out there towards Lee. Has two to beat, couldn't do so. Gumaz at ground level. Oh, he's coughed it up. McNamara runs away. Who's going to be the option? Move Biscaya. You're going to have to be the marking option here as McNamara continues to run. Richardson's been penalised for an illegal shepherd, or is that too far?
Too far, travel.
Oh, that's a big call by the umpire. And it'll be Jaden Joyce on the half-back flank there for Berwick. He goes long. Manly's the option. Punching though was Gawley. Loose football now. McNamara's hand pass there towards Hunter. He gets a push as he's kicked it to a 3-on-1 contest. Good work there by Damien Collins to bring the ball to ground. Soccering it there, volley style was Quirk. Going back though was West. He collects the football and Quirk collects him. It's at holding the football. The players are appealing for it. West isn't trying to get it out. And the umpire has called advantage now. Loose football, Biscaya. He runs into it. Biscaya from the goal square. He's kicked his fifth. And they bring the margin back now to 19 points. Narre go to 9-8-62. Biscaya has 5. Bryce is smiling. And the margin's back to only 9 points. Nearly 22 minutes gone here of this third quarter. Biscaya's kicked 2 in this third term.
Now, I did say that I was hoping that at three-quarter time when Trent had to leave, it was a one-goal difference. And, I'm a good predictor.
Trent has to go now, technically. I think you should. There could be bad traffic on the Monash. You don't want to be caught on there, Dim Sim boy. Bailey, you're quiet. Give me something.
Oh, these Narre goals get me a little bit worried. I think as a Berwick fan, I'm a little bit shaken by how well Narre
You
have
should
come
be
out.
worried.
I think if they get another goal in this quarter, they're in the box seat to win this game.
You'll be listening to it on your way down to the shed, sharing some tears with the Shaw family. Big Berwick supporters. Gawley taps it down. Harold couldn't collect it. Van Schilt goes in but leaves the ball behind. Harold goes in, bobbling football there as Lee's over the top of it. And the ball's going to be thrown up once again.
It's actually a good move putting Gawley into the ruck with his leap and size and mobility as well.
And they've had to move Corey Infantine there onto the half-back line on Gunn. As Hillard was third man up, taps it down to Gumaz. Quick kick forward. They need a mark. Or reading it better there against Connolly was Rag. And he just goes out towards the half-back flank. The ball needs to bounce up there for King. He keeps the ball in. He's got a 2-on-1 option further afield, but it goes short there to Parker. No, that looks like it's the Whippet. Sorozinski goes dangerously to centre half back where Morrison takes the mark. His last 2 kicks have gone out of bounds on the full. That one's better to Infantine. Gunn gets into his back, but no free kick was paid. Infantine, a little bit slow, but got the hand pass to Sorozinski. He can go to Caveman or just run away. He just runs away from Gunn, takes a bounce. Sweeping hand pass there towards McNamara, usually good by foot. Biscaya's there. Ricer gets the punch away. Loose football. Lee couldn't collect. Now he does. He needs to get his kick away. Strong tackle there by Johnson. Loose football inside defensive 50 for Berwick. Shepherd taps it there to Jellyman Turner, who goes long. Oh, there's going to be a free kick downfield. I don't know what to say. Nelson has the ball on centre wing, gets a hand pass to Shepherd. Full stretch, Sorozinski couldn't apply the tackle, so Shepherd gets his kick away and taking a good mark there on his chest is Kearns. Guns continued to run. Kearns shows the candy, gets around King. Kearns from 40 metres out, won't score. They compete on the goal line. Did anybody touch it?
No, he's missed everything.
It's out of bounds on the full. Morrison will take the free kick quickly to Gawley. Running past there is Parker. He takes the... No, that's actually Tonner. He turns it over on centre wing where Phillips has taken the mark. No, you weren't ready there, Trent. So Brennan, he runs away through the centre wing, kicks it out there towards Nelson. Nice defensive punch though by Morrison. It's a loose football. Connolly tries to keep the ball in. Does so. Dances along the boundary line there, Connolly. Gives a don't argue. Shoots the hand pass into space. Running onto it was Johnson. His toe poke is the game still in. They're appealing for out of bounds on the full. Johnson's soccer has ricocheted off the foot there of Boyle. And Johnson's earned the free kick. something out of nothing there for the small forward. Johnson will be lining up for a shot on goal from 30 metres out on a tight angle. He'll be getting some instructions there, or probably some praise from the Berwick supporters. In he comes now. Mitch Johnson from 30 metres out. It's gone off the side of the boot. They'll compete. Kearns flies. The ball gets punched away by King. Straight through the feet of Quirk. The ball falls to Matty Andrews. The quick kick around the body by the Berwick captain has gone the wrong side of the post. Then through for a behind. 10, 12, 72 the Wickers. 10 points in front of Narre Warren. 9-8-62. 25 and a half minutes gone here of the third term on 97.7 FM.
Just waiting for the... Oh, sorry,
No,
Jared.
go on. You go.
Just waiting for the ball to come back into play now through Morrison. Just having a look at around. The caveman moves for him. So does Gawley. He'll be called to play on, and he's done so. Clears it. A defensive 50 now through the outer side. Players fly for it. Johnson couldn't take the mark. Coming out through the middle now is Tonner. 1-2 now, and the Magpies are building through the
Tonner
wing.
can take this all the way here.
Is that Tonner or King?
No, that's King with the ball now. Tonner had the 1-2. Kicks in the pocket. Biscaya's got the mark. You couldn't have asked for safer hands. Lee's leading towards the square. That option's ignored.
I played for Russia.
And Biscay's going to have a shot on goal 45 metres out on a 45-degree angle. And in the context of this game, this is going to raise the roof on Home Park Reserve.
This is lining up for number 6, is it?
Yep.
10 points the margin at the moment. Berwick 10-12-72, leading Narre Warren 9-8-62. A 10-point ball game, 4 points if Biscaya can put this through. Off 6 steps, comes in. It looks good off the boot, and it's hit the post. Would you believe it? Karim Biscaya, he's hit the post 2 times today already. That's 9-9-63, trailing Berwick 10-12-72. We've gone 26 and a half minutes of play.
So Smith will bring it in. He's looking to go towards the outer side. No, he goes up the guts. Goes for a 3-on-1 contest. Johnny Turner was called in to take the mark but couldn't do so. Diving over the top of it there was Harold. Strong tackle by Sarazinski. Matt Lee dives in to make it a threesome, and the ball's going to be thrown up.
Ooh,
Well, that was a short buzzer.
Well, it went up there, short buzzer, yeah. Not many goals kicked that quarter either, so...
2 goals apiece.
Yeah.
See you later, Dim Sims. We'll see you grand final day. Remember the early start at 12 o'clock, please. And the last of the spectators to leave. So 30 minutes left in the season for one of these two teams. Who wants to go through to premiership glory? Phillips goes up and comes down pretty heavy in that rucking contest. He is favouring his ankle just a bit as Quirk tries to get the ball out, bulldozing his way through. He met someone at the other end, and then Berwick received a free kick.
I'd say Phillips is looking to come off the ground as quick as he can.
Brennan gets a kick inside forward 50 there. Connolly couldn't pick it up. He hasn't been as clean as he was last week. Lee does well. Gets the hand pass to Quirk. He kicks it into space. Tracking back there is Michael Johnson. Gawley has 2 to beat. Soccering it there was Risley. Coming up to meet at Shepherd. Risley's continued to run. Bouncing football. Collects it now on centre wing. He pops it up there looking for Manley, very close to the boundary line. The players compete and the ball goes over the boundary line, Jared.
Manley just gets up rubbing his head, thinking he might have got one of those kung fu karate chops again to the back of the head in that marking contest.
We wish Trent and Bailey all the best as they've departed here with 30 minutes to go. Weak dogs. The ball gets thrown in. Richardson against Manley. Manley taps it down. Lee taps it in there for Quirk. He kicks the ball quickly. Bouncing football there. Backing back there was Johnson, who goes to Smith. Oh, that was an interesting check kick. And misses his target. It's floated there to Kearns, and the ball just goes over the boundary line.
Berwick have been doing that for the probably the second and third quarter as well. They just missed their targets in general field play.
Who's going to win, Jared?
Well, at the moment, you have to say Berwick. They're holding on.
So the tap down, or slap forward there by Toner. Nice work by Damien Collins to find Quirk by hand. He taps it over there for Lee. Oh, they just missed the vital contact there as Smith cleans up. Gets the hand pass there towards Shepherd, who shoots the hand pass over to Kearns. Now going towards centre-half forward. Kearns gets tackled there by Giobi. Oh, he gives it away at the crucial times, doesn't he, Giobi? Is it a kick down the field, or as he was in the motion of kicking?
That's downfield.
It is downfield, and Nelson will take the free kick.
Best small forward in the comp?
Yep.
Unless he's being worked off the ball, of course, Jared.
Well, small forwards do often get worked off the ball due to their slight frames. The question was, is it him or Jake Smith? And Nelson's performance in the last month will definitely put his name in that bracket. So Nelson.
Big kick.
He's kicked 2 in a prelim. In he comes. Can he make it goal number 3? Take the margin back out to 15 points. Nelson from 40 metres out. Just listen to the eruption of the crowd.
Beautiful.
That's why he's the best in the business. Great finishing work there by Nelson. The first goal of the final quarter. And they go now to 11-13-79. Will it be enough? They're out to a 16-point lead at the 2-minute mark of this final quarter.
That's a big kick in the context of this game, isn't it? No, you're fighting so hard to get close to them, but they just can't bridge that 9-point gap. And now Berwick with that goal puts it out again. Just letting us know that door's been opened for us, just us. Grice has used his muscle and influence.
Morozov taps it down. Going through there was Connolly. Sling tackle there. The ball comes loose. Lee can't tap it out. Sorozinski gets worried out of it. Morozov on his hands and knees does well. Lee dives back onto it. The ball falls Berwick way. The hand pass by Harold to Connolly. This could be all over in the prelim. Finally, Connolly! He joins the party here at Home Park Reserve.
They've got their tails up now, haven't they? They're starting to run again, Berwick. And is the last week's game or the hard final campaign at Narre had just going to start to tell on them.
How good was Harold's work on the outside of the ball then as well, though, too? He predicted where it was going to come from and started pushing forward before they even got possession.
So, well, we were expecting Narre to surge in this final quarter, but Berwick have had the first 2 jabs like a old heavyweight. Can Narre respond in the 12th round? The ball goes up. Richardson against Morozov. Morozov taps it down. Quirk goes in, gets tackled strongly by Harold. The ball spills out to Lee. Quick hand pass there to Patworth. Now Collins the kick around the body to a one-on-one contest. Gawley couldn't mark. He's got 2 to beat. Gawley does well. Gawley's loose inside forward 50. Just kicks it in the space there. The ball's been suckered off the ground. Was that by Rag? I think it was. Quick response there by Narre. And they go to 10-9-69. Back to a 16-point margin here in the final quarter. One injury that I have noticed for Narre is Jared Anderson. He hasn't come back on the ground for a while. And nice work there by Ben Ragg. It is now 4 minutes into this final quarter. The margin is 16 points. Narre 10-9-69. Trailing Berwick 12-13-85.
Kane Viscaya comes straight back on. Is he going to the forward line? I thought they might chuck him on the ball, just give him that run.
So throw up, all players fall over there in the middle. Collins has actually gone on to Matty Andrews. Trying to get the ball out there was Brennan. The quick hand pass to Morozov, who tapped it there for Matty Andrews, who kicks it quickly now. Loose football. Coming up to meet it there is Nelson. Short little hand pass to Jellyman Turner. The kick around the body, bouncing football. Kearns meets it. Juggling attempt, held onto it there by King. Loose football. Connolly didn't want it. Going through Nelson. Does well to trap it. Hunter dives on top of the football now. Connolly's there. Receives a high bump. It was charged there by McNamara. I thought he gave away the free kick, but it wasn't paid.
I was very lucky to get away with that one, I thought.
So ball gets thrown up. Connolly, third man into that rucking contest, taps it down, but was well read there by King, who just tapped it to Sorozinski. And Sorozinski's been penalised for deliberate. The quick kick along the boundary line. Yeah, it was consistent what's been paid today. I don't know if it was there. I don't know what option he had.
Just watching Jimmy Phillips run along the boundary line here, trying to work that sore ankle off as well too.
So Van Schilt goes inside forward 50, looking for Manly, but King was strong, and King took a nice mark there for the Narre Warren defence. He's been strong this afternoon, King, who just goes short. Biscaya, Matty Andrews flew early. Quirk took the mark and played on quickly. Gets a hand pass to Giobi. Rides a tackle of West. Shoots a hand pass out there to Tonner. There's the caveman in Flannery. He goes long to centre half forward. Biscaya. Nice work there by Joyce. Pushes him under the football. Johnson's kick goes right across the ground. He had 3 Berwick players to pick, but it just went straight to Rag, who tried to play on quickly to go towards Collins. But nice, awareness by Risley managed to cause the smother. 15 points the margin. 6.5 minutes gone here in the final turn. The ball's going to be thrown in. Nearly every loose player's around this football. When it goes, Joyce gets pushed out. Biscaya's in the ruck. He's gone for a quick shot on goal, the wrong side of the post, and through for a behind. 10-10-70 go the Magpies, trailing the Wickers 12-13-85. Ash Smith will kick the ball in here for Berwick. They've gone to a wide zone here. Gumaz is on a long lead, not rewarded. Smith will now go out to Gumaz, who's been led for 60 metres. Gumaz couldn't take the mark. Nice closing pressure there by Parker. Back by hand to Gawley. Dinky kick up. hoping to find a teammate there who's courageous to take the mark. Would that be 50? No. It was Collins who's claimed the mark. Now, Collins is 40 metres out. Someone of this skill could go back and kick the goal. If he does, he'll bring the margin back to 8 points. This is a massive kick. 7.5 minutes gone. Collins. Well, if he kicks this, Bryce will be just jumping around naked. In he comes, Collins now from 40 metres out.
Jeez, there's been a lot of posters today, hasn't there?
Thank God for that. Bryce is going to keep his clothes on.
10-11-71. That is the doc you can hear, and not Trent or Bailey. Short kick in towards West in the pocket. Plays on, gets a hand pass to Andrews. Now, Andrews can run. Usually good by foot. Made Risley work hard there, keeping that ball in the field of play. Continuing to run here is Britton. He's got the run on his opponents. He gets the hand pass to Gumez. Gumez just goes high and long. Hunter reads it better than Manly. Took his eyes off the football, and Hunter's taken the mark.
It's their disposal into their forward line has left a lot to be desired today.
Sorozinski's hand pass to himself basically was disappointing, but he does well. He runs away now. The whippet. He kicks it long. Who's all by himself on the outer side? Rag. He drops the mark. West has tackled him. He didn't have the football. West goes in again. Pushes the ball towards the boundary line there. I don't know if the player's in possession of it or not, but didn't look like he was. And the ball's going to be thrown in just forward of centre wing. Geez, that was a big play to go wrong for Narre. Rag was by himself, and we know that they've heard him on the counter-attack here today, Narre. That's a sideways throw in, favours Narre. Gawley taps it down to Giobi. Giobi stands up in a tackle. The quick kick out there by Quirk. They need a mark. Reading the play there was Joyce. Just managed to punch that ball towards the safety of the boundary line, deep in Narre Warren's attack. 12-12-84, Berwick. Geez, I've got them 1 point in advance of where they really are. Not too sure how I did that.
Still plenty of time for Narre here.
Plenty of time. Doc, you're right. Plenty of time.
They're keeping a lot of possession in forward 50 here as well too.
This is a very dangerous position for the Berwick defence. The ball gets thrown in. Morozov does a clever tap to the back. Tapping it back towards Narre's favour though was Collins. Only goes as far as Gumez. His kick forward. Manly overruns it. There's 3 Magpies players there. Watch out. Here comes Connolly. Applies a tackle on Hunter. Hunter to go the short hand pass to Sorozinski, who kicks it out there now for Collins. Or is that Gawley? It might be Collins, I think. There he goes long towards the pocket. Up they fly. Juggling attempt mark. He's going to be paid there to Joyce. The other one to Biscaya wasn't paid earlier, but Joyce has it there. Left-hand side back pocket. Phillips has just come onto the ground.
He can't see him, though.
We'll take Joyce's best effort to kick it there.
Been a big kick.
He's gone 50 metres to the other side where Gawley's punched it back 40 metres out from Narre's goal, but Matty Andrews is there. He's hurried to kick forward. Nelson has 2 to beat. Watching him though is Flannery. Good teamwork there by the Magpies with Giobi. Just couldn't quite be as clean as what was required. They've gone for some dinky little quick hand passes together. They get the ball inside forward 50. But only as far as Johnson. Shepherd's there under some pressure here at the Berwick defence. Smith to Risley. The 1-2 was ignored. Watch out. They try and get the short hand pass back to Smith. Risley's continued to run. Risley can kick this. He decides to get the hand pass to Nelson. Nelson from 40 metres out. He can run this all the way to 50. Nelson, can he kick the goal? From 40 metres out, Nelson goes all the way. The mark was nearly attempted there by Johnson, but not completed and goes through for it behind.
Yeah, I don't think Nelson really wanted to have a shot for goal then, but he had no choice just to keep going.
So now they go to 12-13-85.
Yeah, you had it right.
14 points the margin in favour of the Magpies as Morrison goes long. Taking the front position there was Lee, couldn't complete the mark. Gumez and Collins. Gumez does well. Hand pass to Phillips, who goes to McClarty, who saw shadows. He was dancing all by himself. Tackled by Biscaya. The loose football there. Gumez goes back by hand to Risley. Tries to pinpoint out Gunn. And both King and Flannery looked as Gunn just floated across. Wow, McClarty's had a pretty shocking afternoon for Berwick, but doesn't matter when your team's in front by 14 points,
He did get his boot to it, though, so he just got it away in time. And I suppose now he can consider himself a bit unlucky, but he did get that toe to it.
Berwick had a lot of numbers around the ball and a lot of support around him, so I don't think he panicked too much.
So
just no talk though, so he had no idea what was going on.
Correct,
when these boys have finished talking between themselves, I'll go back to calling. Gunn to make it 20 points. In he comes from 40 metres out. He's kicked that one out of bounds on the full. I should have let you continue to talk there, boys.
Yeah, talking was much better than that shot at goal, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Plenty of rambling going on, that is for sure.
Ramble.
Bit of man love here.
Get into it. Have your rambling session.
Man,
Afternoons with Doc and Jared.
No, you've interrupted us now and we've broken our chain of thought.
The bromance is already over.
Shut up.
Lasted about as long as your sex life, Jared. as King decides to go from the left-hand back pocket. They need a mark. It's going to be Hunter. Jellyman Turner takes the front position. Hunter has a swipe at it. Couldn't make any connection. Andrews was there. The tap goes the way of Tonner. Strong tackle there by Andrews. Going through was McNamara, applies a tackle on Jellyman Turner. Lee does well. Rides the kick there from Gunn and runs away. Off the side of the boot though, Lee, a little bit disappointing. Gave Richardson no chance. It's a loose football now as West couldn't collect it. In goes Hillard. Gets the hand pass out towards Smith. Hand pass to Johnson. The back half working well for Berwick as Johnson finds Brennan in space. He can run this all the way to 50. Quirk's chasing. Brennan goes into the pocket, overcooks it. Kearns have to back with the flight of the football. Does well. Kearns, can he get the winner here for Berwick? Ben Kearns. Yes, he can.
Great second effort.
Yeah. Great finishing work there by Kearns.
Got his kicking boots on.
And they go to 13-13-91. You said the ball just flowed over in favour of him there, Jared.
Yeah, it did, and he ran.
That will be enough now.
Yeah,
I think that's enough.
No, he just can't bridge that gap, can they? They can get to within 9 to 10 points, but then they can't get any closer.
Yeah.
As well as they're playing, controlling the game, they just can't seem to bridge that gap.
You're tuning to Casey Radio 97.7 FM. We're at the 13.5-minute mark of the final term. Berwick 13-13-91, out to a 20-point lead, leading Narre 10-11-71. They haven't led by this amount since the 19-minute mark of the second quarter, so it has been pretty even, but as you're right, as you said, Jared, they just haven't quite got themselves close enough to really strike at the moment, Narre. 2 quick goals here and you never know. Well, players slip over once again. It's pretty wet in the centre, and it's Kane Biscay getting the clearance for the Magpies. He's hurried kick forward. Floating there was Toner, couldn't complete the mark. Going through, though, was Hillard, who gets collected as he's got his kick away. It's a loose, indiscriminate football here on the half-forward line for Berwick. Gunn taps it to Van Schilt. Holds it for a while, then goes back towards Gunn. That was lazy football by Van Schilt. It's been turned over by the Magpies. The inside-out torpedo there by Kane Biscay has got all the way inside forward 50. It's loose. Coming through now was Lee. Lee from 40 metres out. This will be a big kick. Matt Lee doesn't let his team down. Great response there by the Magpies. There's still life in this prelim, boys. 11-11-77, Lord Nelson. The Wickers are trailing, the Magpies are trailing the Wickers 13-13-91.
Yeah, that's what that pretty type of football that Berwick try and play, where Van Schilt down here on the ground, he was looking to handball, just hold the ball for a while, and he should have just kicked it.
And Lee's been working really hard today. He got his just desserts in, put it straight through the high diddle-diddle.
Back to a 14-point ball game here, boys.
And, Kane Biscay on the ball is just going to add some more bites, and Narre Warren's on ball brigade.
Quick shout out there to Shane Boland. And Bailey Shaw's just given us the old oh no. He thinks Narre could be a chance to come through again. That's Gawley. Tries to get the hand pass back to Sorosinski, who's held without it clearly. The umpire's paid a free kick in the way of Sorosinski, who collects it and plays on. Who goes short to Quirk in space. Quirk can run over the top towards Gawley with a plan. Gawley can take this to 45 metres out. Bailey Shaw, this is for you. Gawley from 50. Dale Gawley's gone all the way. Oh, right into Richardson, try and shepherd it. West now can run off the back line. Gets a hand pass there towards Jellyman Turner. Takes 2 bounces, 3 bounces. He can make it 4 bounces. Nice shepherding there by Michael Johnson. Jellyman Turner, a long sweeping hand pass to Harold, who finds Kearns. It's Berwick with plenty of run. Kearns inside forward, 50. Johnson's there. Morrison loses his feet. The ball spills to Mitch Johnson. Johnson runs into the goal square, and Johnson finishes off the hard work.
And smacks into the goal umpire as well.
Hopefully that was Darren Holt. 14-13-97 go the Wickers. You got one on me, Bailey.
He actually turned Morrison around and worked him under the ball.
Morrison lost his feet.
Yep.
He decided to jump for that loose football rather than attacking it.
Johnson decided, he wasn't going to go for the mark at all. He's just going to run Morrison under it and then turn around on him. He almost lost his feet too. He's running so quick.
Speaking of feet, isn't Berwick Narre Warren's Achilles heel again today?
Oh, lovely. Good work, good punning.
So, back out to a 20-point ball game. 14-13-97 to 11-11-77. We've gone nearly 17 minutes here of the final quarter.
So you think Trent would have come up with a pun like that?
Oh, Trent's a battler. He's lucky to put 2 words together, that boy.
I refer to him as a pig dog.
Oh, that's your personal opinion. You're entitled to one, Bryce, even though it's wrong. 20 points the margin here. About 10 minutes ago of this final quarter. Morozov against Gawley. Gawley taps it down. Morozov goes back in though. Strong work. Gets a hand pass back towards Brennan. Oh, Brennan gets upended with a strong tackle. Going through Michael Johnson. He runs 15 metres backwards to go forwards. Gets the hand pass out there towards... looks like it's Risley. Now it's Ash Smith with plenty of pace to burn. Gawley has to chase him. Smith is coming up with a sweeping hand pass there towards Van Schilt. Van Schilt, it's actually Manley. Manley from 45 metres out. Manley's gone all the way. They compete. The ball gets punched through for a behind. 14-14, 98 the Wickers. 21 points up in front of Narre. 11-11, 77.
Yeah, Damien Collins has come on again. I bet you he goes straight to Ash Smith.
Morrison will kick it to himself and it's gone towards the outer side. All right, the shoelaces there of McNamara. Hard to collect there, but he does well. That's actually Rag. The brothers from different mothers there, Rag and McNamara. A short pass there by Rag. Doing well, though, is the Whippet. Takes the bounce, make that 2. He'll have a third. No, he's playing. Yeah, does now. He's brought this ball from the half-back line all the way to the half-forward line. Where's Biscaya? Who's going to be the marking option now? Oh, Joyce has got his hands into his back. The umpire decided... Yes. Oh, the umpire from 50 metres away decided to pay it. Yep. The one who had the best view decided to let it go. Interesting.
No, it's definitely there.
Oh, I'm not saying it wasn't. It was just that the umpire close to the action decided to let it go. That's all. Not saying that was a bad decision because the decision was picked up correctly by the umpire 70 metres away. Doc, you umpire warrior, you.
I was just supporting you.
They're a vital part of the game, the umpires. And Biscaya has the ball now from 40 metres out on a 45-degree angle to give Narre some hope. Steady approach in. Biscaya's gone across the face and through for one behind.
Yeah, you can tell his fan club behind the goal square just weren't even moved for that, so you knew it wasn't going off the boot straight away. And usually Biscaya knows when he's going to kick it straight.
So Narre have brought this all the way in quickly towards the half-back line where Connolly couldn't complete the mark. Narre have the numbers. Oh, Berwick player went down pretty severely behind play there. I think Connolly might be in a world of hurt, boys. Keep your eye on that.
Yeah, there's 2, one of each team is down on the haunches.
The short pass there by Tonner finds Damien Collins, who goes inside forward 50. Joby's there. Nice punch away, though, by Hillard. Loose football. Papworth goes in. West tries to clear it for Berwick. Couldn't do so. Pack forms.
I think
the umpire's letting it go.
The Whippet as well from 01 went down tough too. But both players are up now. A bit ginger, but they're back on their feet.
So the ball to be thrown up. We're at the 19-minute mark of this final term. Big punch coming there from Shepherd. Out towards the boundary line. McClarty's there. They do battle. The umpire's seen a free kick. No, the ball's going to be thrown in. So, Jared, you've got about 5 minutes left. Can they get the margin down by less than 20 points?
You'd like to think they could, but I just can't see how they're going to do it. They just have to work so hard for each goal. And it's like when they do, they take a breath and Berwick score again.
So the loose football now on the half-back line there for Berwick. Morozov goes back by hand to Andrews. His kick forward has gone to just Magpies players. One of them is Josh Tonner, who gets tackled. Who gets a hand pass there to Damien Collins, who goes short to his brother Michael. Gets around his opponent Harold too easily there, Collins. He goes long to a vacant goal square. And once again, getting at the daggers of Karim Biscaya.
Yeah, next game's looking at him again. Can you do that to your captain?
So they're playing with the football here a little bit in the Magpies as they try and clear it. The short pass by Shepherd finds Morozov.
Just fluffing about now, I think, Berwick.
Well, they want to hold on to the footy, but they can't afford to be too cute with it.
Morozov goes further into the pocket where he finds West. Can Hill over there at Home Park Reserve enjoying a good day.
In the sun.
It's West. Goes high and long, up they fly. Richardson, who's been quiet in this second half, takes a nice mark. Lost some confidence after missing that kick at half-time. Richardson goes long. Biscaya gets pushed under it. Nice punch away, though, by Joyce. Reading it nicely was McNamara. Shows some dancing moves to get through the traffic. His kick forward is all Berwick as West cleans up once again. Out towards Jellyman Turner, who gets a bad bounce. A bit like the bounce that Mr. Eishold gave him to get out of the house. He just couldn't quite read it, and the ball's going to be thrown in.
It's taken you all day to get one in, hasn't it?
I didn't want to, but I thought it was just sitting there. Rowan Eishold, you're a great fella.
I think he was asleep until you just said that.
Well, I'm sure he still has nightmares over the Jelly Turner experience. The ball gets thrown in. Morozov taps it down. Quirk couldn't collect it. Andrews.
Oh, we're going to get one again.
Oh, that's going to be bounced on the line. It's out in the full.
Out in the full, yep.
Oh, good vision there, Jared. And the free kick's gone the way of the Magpies, so McNamara will take it now. too far out. There's a crowded forward 50 for him to operate in, so he just goes to the hot spot. 20 metres out. Collins caught at the back. A great mark there by West. Hit the ground of a hand pass to Risley. Now Kearns. He loves this position. Hand pass to Manley. Now Smith. He can make him pay. Takes a bounce. He's going to run away from Gawley. You can't catch me. I'm Ash Smith. Don't you know who I am? It was Ash Smith on a hamstring. He slowed down. He got the hand pass to Kearns. Kearns from 30 metres out, Ben. Kearns, no.
Yeah, Ash was slowed down for that handball purpose. He's all right.
You sure?
Yeah.
Looked like he'd been shot by a sniper on the top of Home Park Reserve. The ball's been... The ball's been kicked in there by King.
That was interesting.
I'm just laughing to myself. No, I can't go there. Gawley dances his way close to the boundary line. His kick was smothered or partially smothered there by Gunn. Giobi does well. Quick hand pass to Lee. He's fallen over in a cramp. Players are going everywhere in these warm 20-degree conditions. Bouncing football there over the top of Collins. He couldn't collect it. Shepherd has two Narre Warren players that beat. He couldn't do so. Collins went and collected the football. He goes long looking for Kane Biscaya. Hits the pack hard but couldn't claim the mark. Slipped over at the worst time. He can't turn left on that injured knee. Cottonley does well. Quick tap there towards Hillard, who pops it up towards Gunn. Gunn can go over the top towards Nelson. It's a terrible hand pass. Oh, Nelson was brave. He took the game on. Luke Nelson. Oh, no. A kick around the body. Goes to 14-16, 100.
If they want to eat some time up, Gunn would have just taken it there and had a shot instead of playing on. These two are having a little joke over there.
Morrison kicks it in long, looking for Richardson. Nice punch away, though, by Risley. Doing the roving was Collins. He kicks the ball forward. West versus Patworth. West runs away from Patworth. Clips the football now. Looking for an option. He just dinks it over there for Shepherd. Needs to be brave, and it was. Courageous mark there by Shepherd against Quirk. He's gone for a mongrel finger-breaking punt kick forward, though, and Collins has taken the mark. That's Michael. He's still working hard here for the Magpies. He kicks it along the centre half forward. Nice defensive punch away by Joyce. Loose football. Going to dive at the top of it was Hillard. It spills to Johnson. He's dropped it red hot right in front of the umpire. And taking the free kick here has been Giobi. I expected more from Giobi today. Been a little bit disappointing in the big stage. In the preliminary final, Giobi goes long. It's a mammoth kick. Taking the front position there was Patworth. Nice punch away by West. Ball in dispute. Pack forms. It comes out there to Quirk. Quirk's had a quick shot on goal. Did that hit the post?
No, straight through the middle.
Oh, there's a response to the Magpies. They go to 12-12-84. Still 16 points behind the Wickers. Quirk has kicked his first goal of the afternoon. Might be a little bit too late. It's a sunny setting on the Narre Warren season. It is Berwick 14-16 100 to 12-12-84. It will be a Berwick Cranbourne grand final out there at Officer Starling Road Reserve. If you can't get there, we'll be live from 12 o'clock on 97.7. If you can, it should be a great day of footy. Ball gets thrown up. The comments boys have gone quiet, so I've got to do it myself. Gomez, they'll get another clearance, a quick kick forward. Kearns is there, up he flies. Nice punch away, though, by King. Gomez followed up, breaks a tackle. Couldn't get his hand pass away effectively. King mops up there for the Narre Warren defence. His quick kick forward makes it hard for Shepherd. He does well, though. His second effort was good. His hurried kick forward goes in the lap there of Collins, who couldn't complete the mark. Manly's battling. Loose football there. Damien Collins goes to Gawley. Off one step. Gawley kicks it out there towards Patworth. Good use of the body, though, by Smith. Damien Collins collects it. Strong tackle by Brennan. The ball's been hand passed out of that contest. Harold.
No one wanted to pick it up.
No, they didn't. Harold got the hand pass back to Smith. He stops, props, and then gets his kick smothered by Patworth. Where do those players come from? They've all just dived on it from everywhere. And the ball's going to be thrown up.
Yeah, I think the players are just waiting for the final siren now.
Going through the motions.
By that passage of play, no one really wanted to get that ball. They'd had enough.
So the ball gets thrown in. We've had a message from Cranbourne asking us to plug their grand final package, $40 a ticket to the grand final. You can do it the Eagles way and just fly there to Starling Road Reserve. Check out the Cranbourne football Facebook page for further details.
It's lovely.
Yep, the ball gets thrown in on centre wing. If you're a Berwick supporter, you're probably just going to march over there now and just wait for the whole week. It's been a while since they played in the grand final. I don't know exactly when the last time it was, but I know they haven't won one since 99.
99.
And the umpires paid a free kick there against Gomez for holding the football. So late in this final term, it's a 27 minute mark of the final term. Narre have an entry inside forward 50 by McNamara. Standing and propping there was West. His hand pass was really into the bits. It's been turned over. There's a quick shot on goal. Coming vacant goal square. The ball's bounced through. Was that Giobi? Or was it Kane Biscaya? I think it was Giobi. Was it Kane Biscaya?
It might have been Kane.
There's not a lot of cheering coming. Who do you want to give it to? Giobi or Kane?
I'll give it to Kane.
So Kane Biscaya kicks his first goal. And the margin's only 10 points here, boys.
Yeah,
27 and a half minutes gone.
If
they get the clearance and a quick goal here at Home Park Reserve, could Narre pinch it?
It'll be down to 4 points if they do that.
Could Narre pinch it?
This is a lead they've had trouble bridging, isn't it? They get to this just a couple of kicks away and they just can't get over the line.
So Gawley taps it down. Gumaz is there, shoots the hand pass out towards Kearns, who runs away from Collins. The kick around the body to Nelson, who slides in and takes a mark on his chest. Plays on quickly, gets a hand pass to Jellyman Turner. Now Connolly from 40 metres out. Connolly's kicked the mongrel, but the mongrel's gone straight. They compete, Johnson and Morrison. Morrison got a through for a behind. So Morrison looking to play on quickly, goes towards the outer side. Out there towards Damien Collins, who couldn't mark. There's some real tired bodies out there late in this game. Diving over the top of it, though, was Brennan. No, it was Connolly got the hand pass to Brennan. Enter inside forward, 50 Johnson slides over the top of it. Loose football there, Gawley couldn't collect it. Going through is Brennan. He was ineffective. The ball finished with Boyle. His quick forward, though, taking a nice mark there is Johnson. You think he'd be too far out the score. He's marked it inside the centre square, so Johnson goes into the pocket, looking for an option in Nelson. It was actually Connolly the option. He gets pushed out of it. The ball spills to Manley. The kick around the body, bouncing football wrong side of the post and through for one behind.
So what's that make it 12 points?
It
Two
is.
straight kicks?
Yeah, it's they've made a mistake on the scoreboard again. It's 14-18, 102. There's a long kick there by Morrison. It was hard to mark. Collins still going. Hopefully this isn't his last game for the great club. Collins shoots the hand pass over. Nearly intercepted there by Jellyman Turner. Loose football for Nelson. Sorozinski dives over it. Lee's there. Gets his hand pass away. It was ineffective. He's dragged the ball back in. That's holding the footy.
You can see the umpire set himself for it. Yes.
Yeah, it was just circling.
Yep, the theatre.
And the siren's gone. There it is. Oh, Ivan Drago is kicking everybody off the balcony.
Yeah, it's kicking them all in. Get inside, you mongrels, he's saying.
So that is the end of season 2015 for the Magpies. It'll be the last time we see Premiership coach Chris Toner coach the Narre Warren Football Club. It's going to be an emotional end of the game for him, you would think. The final score as we have it, 14-18-102 Berwick have defeated Narre Warren 13-12-90. In a game where Narre had plenty of opportunities but couldn't make the most of their opportunities. The game will go down as one they probably should have won, but they didn't. Berwick were the better team on the day. Berwick managed to make sure the margin never got closer than 10 points. To their credit, they just ran harder when the game was up for grabs, and they have won. Congratulations to the umpires. It was a pretty well-adjudicated game. 32 scoring shots to 25. And let's be honest, Jared, today the best team won.
Oh, without a doubt.
They made it 4 from 4 against Narre for the season.